Let's check out this inn scene. Assuming that is what this is. Well, now that everything's calmed down, let's grab a bite to eat. As they're currently eating. Oh. Roan, you have such wonderful table manners. Who did you learn them from? Your mother? My mother? Oh, she passed away a long time ago. She was very ill her whole life. Oh my, I'm very sorry, Roan. Did not know. Never would have asked. Do not worry, Miss Elena. I can hardly remember my mother. It was a very long time ago. I wish I could have known her better. You didn't answer the question. Well, sorry for asking about your mother, Roan. It's not your fault, Elena. I never shared any of this with you all before. None of you could have known. I do not remember my mother too well. I don't know if it is about you that reminds me of her. Me? What do you mean? You are so kind yet strong. You are always putting others ahead of yourself. You are so forgiving all the time. You are just so close to the way I have always imagined my mother. Of course, my image of her is of my own creation. When you hugged me tightly, I felt so secure. Maybe that is what reminded me of my mother after so long. Hold on a second, Roan. Hugged? I've never hugged you before. No, that was Millennia. She squeezed him real tight. What? Oh, I forgot. You have never met Miss Millennia. I apologize for bringing the whole situation up. It is okay, Roan. But just what exactly is going on between you two? You get jealous because she hugged him? Sheesh, Elena. Ease up on the kid a little. Ryudo, that's not funny. Already gone through that. Wings of Valmar. You must hurry and see His Holiness Zera to have him exorcise the darkness, or else. Hey, whoa now. Millennia didn't do anything bad, did she? Do not say that name anymore. If you knew the horror of Valmar, you would realize the seriousness of the situation. Appears to be everything. Well, I think we've talked and eaten enough. Are you all ready to call it a night? Man, Vix sure can cook. Every time I see him, I end up eating too much. I really have to be careful about how I eat. Very admirable outlook, Ryudo. Well, a certain someone does constantly nag me about it. Besides, I should stay in shape if I want to stay a geohound. Right. I guess those are just, get character development and stuff. Right, I need some equipment. Advanced tutorial. Alright, skills help increase the abilities of party members separate from going up experience levels. Equipping a party character with a skill can raise the character's HP, MP, strength, or magic parameters. Skills are written in skill books, so you must first obtain a skill book before you can acquire skills. For skills, power up means use skill coins or magic coins to read a skill book and learn a skill. Any party member can be equipped with the skills thus learned, so the skills are a sort of knowledge shared by members. Do you want to know more about skills? Yes. Well, then I'll explain. Skill book is needed to use skills. Skill book, Book of Learning appears only in this tutorial. In the real game, you have to find the skill books yourself. Let's start by learning a skill. To the power-up command. Alright, Book of Learning. Yep. Oh. Well, you were already there, and then you just... Alright, skills are broadly divided into move-type skills and magic-type skills. SC are needed for learn or to learn move type skills, and MC are needed to learn magic type skills. Move the cursor an empty item and press to learn a skill. You may not know exactly what the skill does to learn it. The help messages at the bottom serve as a guide for selecting skills. First learn the move. Directional buttons. Learned dash, which increases the speed of a party character. Now let's power up a skill like moves and magic and power it up. Power up skills already learned. Yup. Intelligence. See that there? There are 2 stars now. As the level of skills go up, new skills may be added into the same skill book. Now you have read a skill book to learn to power up your skills, but just learning skills won't do it. You can only use these skills after you equip individual party members with them. So now let's try to equip skills. Equipping skills is performed with the skill equip icon. Select the party member. And I've already stumbled my way through this. The number of skills a character can be equipped increases as their experience point level goes up. Right, equipping Ryudo with a skill. Let's give him dash. Directional button is select. Okay. Now he's equipped with dash. This means that his speed has increased. One party member is already equipped with a skill. Other party members cannot be equipped with that skill. To equip another party character with that skill, you must either use remove or learn the same skill from another skill book. That's about it. Any different strategies for learning, powering up skills, and equipping individual party members with them? Will you further strengthen strengths or compensate for weaknesses, or maybe add special abilities? What you do is up to you. Try lots of different combinations. Good luck. Okay. Counter, defend, evade. I feel like I should do this tutorial. Even though I probably have a decent idea what's going on. You know about counter, defend, and evade, which are slightly more advanced tactics. Tell me, and I'll explain. A counter is when your attack hits just before an enemy attack. Your attack hits just when your enemy's icon on the IP gauge reaches act. A counter results. Try an actual counter by selecting the combo icon. If a counter hits, additional damage is inflicted. You can score a counter not only with a combo, but also with critical attacks, moves, and magic too. Let's try to score a counter using one of Ryudo's moves. With moves and that. That's a little risky.
Tensei can slash!
But if your counter timing is off, you may suffer additional damage yourself. Try selecting combo icon. Watch out, because you might suffer additional damage like this from combo and critical attacks. If you are aiming to score a counter, you need to think about the distance to the enemy and the time it takes from when the party member is poised to attack until the attack hits. Try practicing in actual combat. When aiming to score a counter, watch the progress of the IP gauge. Aim for the space between com and act. If a counter doesn't seem possible, you might try to bide your time with a defend or evade as described later. Now I'll describe defend. This is a method of reducing the damage from enemy attacks by selecting the defend icon. When you select defend, the party member takes a defensive stance for a fixed length of time. Try using defend one more time and wait for the enemy to attack. Defend can reduce damage, but it can also reduce the chances of status changes. Furthermore, more SP is recovered when you are attacked while defending than when you are not defending. Lastly, I'll describe evade. Use evade to move to another location to keep an enemy attack from hitting by selecting the evade icon. You can move to the selected evasion point to try to evade an attack by selecting one of the evasion points. By evading to another place. Evade is effective in escaping from normal attacks and ranged attacks, but if the evading party member is target of a special attack or magic attack, it cannot be evaded. By the way, party members do sometimes avoid normal enemy attacks on their own. Evade increases the chances of this happening, so remember this. I guess that's about it. These are quite advanced techniques, but once you're able to do them, you'll be well on your way. Good luck. Treasure icons. You want to hear about treasure icons? Well, then I'll explain. The treasure icons indicate the rough probability of that monster dropping a good item. Try selecting combo icon to slay the monster. Treasure icons sometimes appear in this status window. When treasure icons appear here, there is a good chance that the monster will drop an item when slain. The more treasure icons that appear, the better the chances of a good item. Why wouldn't they just make them like treasure chest icons? Why are they bells? When many treasure icons appear like this, chances are good for a good item. But even if there is no icon, the chances of a good item are still not zero, so don't be disappointed.
These guys were no real challenge.
Guess that's about it. If the treasure icon doesn't appear, you might still get a good item, but the opposite may also be true. It's just, the more treasure icons appear, the better chance of getting a good item. Good luck. You suckerfoo. Alright. Well, I got tutorialed. Now I know things. You double sucker. What's up, Dante? Everything in the places that they should be? Alright, baked plains. Our office isn't decorated yet, but it's functional. Cool. I got my work laptop in, and let's just say that I'm not excited to be working on a laptop. Oh, I didn't buy new equipment. I went in. Ah, sucker fool. Thinking about a new desk. Not to plug, but the desk that I have,
Gotta work even harder.
which is a standing desk, I'm quite pleased with it. If standing is not an incredibly detestable thing to one's self, you know, it's kind of nice. You know, I stand up to stream for like 4 hours, and then I sit down for 12 more hours. We're getting slapped up. You're not excited either. You're thinking about getting a fat U-shaped desk so you can cosplay as a librarian when Cassie comes home. The problem with U-shaped desks is you can't quite get them like they're just not proper against the corners. You know, like if they're in the center of the room, they look great. But if they're against the wall or like trying to line up against the corner, then you know, then you start getting some problems. Yeah, I need to upgrade my stuff. I'm not doing very good damage, and damage that we're taking could be reduced to some. But maybe I'll wait until the next town.
Gotta work even harder.
That way I'm not behind. Hopefully I don't get punished for that. Dropping off. Can I see your library card? That definitely sounds like a Dante right there.
Come, O life-bearing water.
See some paperwork,
better
sucker.
practice if
No
you wanna
paper,
beat me.
no play. Quiet in the halls. I don't know what I'm doing or where I'm going. Suck of food. What the heck? Geo hunting. Is that an actual... Are those Steam achievements? Or is this just like the game telling me that I'm making progress on things? Let me check my Steam achievements. These are Steam achievements. How interesting that it shows your progress. Run in your library one more time, you're gonna file your knees under cat. I've been watching, or rewatching rather, a show called Person of Interest. And many a knees get capped in that show. Great show, by the way. I fully recognize that people, if they were to want to watch Person of Interest, they would look at it, or they would get into like the first episode and they'd be like, you know what? This is just that procedural garbage. You know, I don't want to watch that. But let me tell you, all right? You need... I know that what I'm about to say is the problem. But in this case, it's a thing. You need to give the show multiple episodes. Preferably the entire first season. I think if you could just make it through the entire first season, you'll be hooked. You'll be hooked. Like, you'll know if you're hooked before then, but you got, I know it's like 24 episodes for the first season. They're hour-long episodes, but like, you know, you gotta let it percolate, because when season 2 happens, that's when things really start getting giga good. I'm on season 3 right now of my rewatch. Things are just great. So, you got some time? You want to watch a new TV show? It's super cool. What show are we talking about? Person of Interest. It's coming for your blood. Never heard of it?
You better practice if you want to beat me.
If I were to give a synopsis of what Person of Interest is, it's a show about a man creates a machine that basically spies on the American people for national security reasons, to find relevant threats, basically, so that the government can stop, you know, like terrorist attacks and things like that. But there's another aspect of the machine where there's also like non-relevant threats or irrelevant threats. And so this guy goes around trying to save people that the government feels is irrelevant. You know, they're not doing like terrorism or something like that. They're just, you know, like casual, premeditated, you know, like murders and things like that. So that's basically what the show is about. Is this guy is trying to save people and trying not to say anything that would say too much. But he recruits like an ex-CIA guy to help him out. And, you know, like the first several episodes are definitely very procedural. You know, they're introducing you to the premise. They're teaching you how it works, but I promise you that while the procedural aspects do continue throughout season 1 and the seasons onto that, there are underlying storylines that tie into the main plot. And like, even with going towards the end of season 1 and going into season 2 and subsequent seasons, like the main plot is still there. And like I said, you have, unfortunately, you have to give it the time of day to get there. And you know, as somebody like for me, you know, who used to, I say used to because I don't watch anime actively as much as I used to. I've been watching anime since Jujutsu Kaisen, I believe. And before that, I watched basically nothing for a very long time. So like I used to give games or animes like 3 episodes. And if I didn't like it, you know, I'd move on. And I fully recognize that there's a lot of people out there that are just like me in that regard. You know, it's like You know, I gave it, like an episode. I gave it 2 episodes. It's not really doing it. But if the premise sounds interesting to you of, the government has a machine that spies on people and there are these people that are trying to save people from like everyday crimes and things like that. If it just sounds remotely interesting, I recommend it. I really, really do. Sounds like a recipe for an indefinite number of cases that don't necessarily affect the main plot. Ah, see, I don't want to spoil anything, but I will say that it does start off like that, Like I said, it introduces the systems of the show. But as more episodes happen, you're going to have you're going to see characters that reoccur, and you're going to see plots that are brought up again. And sometimes those plots and those interactions with the characters are the main aspect of that episode or those series of episodes. And while they're still trying, while they're still trying to save a person, that person might be related to a plot that was unraveled like 3 episodes ago, and the reasoning for why that person was saved is like relevant, and like it's a very it's a television show, so it takes liberties with things, but it's a very smart show. Like for example, when I say they take liberties with things, to when they destroy someone's phone, like they throw it on the ground and then they step on it, cracked screen, the phone is destroyed. If you actually wanted to do that every time you wanted to destroy someone's phone on television, you're not gonna, take the battery out, take the SIM card out, break the SIM card, and then, throw it in the microwave. Like that takes too long. So, they have to cut some corners for the audience sake. But I'm just throwing it out there. I might be overselling the show, but it's a good show, and I recommend it. Look, I can see it, Miss Elena. But like I said, you have to give it the time of day. If you don't want to sink like 16 hours into finding out that the show is going to get good, I get it. I've been there, and I've done it myself. Please come quickly. He is a spirited one. That wasn't the word I had in mind. I suppose we should take a look. How did that kid see that? There's the hill. Kid saw nothing. And someone just like carved out the perfect angle of this cliff. These are the Grandia Cliffs. So these are the Grandia Cliffs, a scar splitting the face of the Silesian continent. Take it you haven't seen it before. Scripture speaks of it, yet the sighs. The land still aches, its wound yet felt. The battle of good and evil still so close. And still, after all these years, no one has come up with a better name than the Battle of Good and Evil. I'm glad Ryudo is making fun of this, because it is a very silly name. How will we make our crossing? Look over there. That's called the Skyway. We ride on that across the granite cliffs. Ship lands in a small town not far ahead. Once we cross here, it is only a stone's throw to the Saintheim Papal State. Or you could all grow wings, and I wouldn't have to wait for you. Incredible. This is just so exciting. Don't overdo it. We're camping here tonight. Good idea. Hey, Elena, sleeping on your feet again? Let's move. Oh no, not at all. You gave Inuyasha the time of day and you were not rewarded? Look, like I said, I get it. I get it. There are definitely lots of there are more examples of not being rewarded than being rewarded for diving into a TV show. So I fully understand. They'll say it, if the anime doesn't hook you in 3 episodes, move on. There is too many good fried chicken joints in the world to waste time on a place that takes more than a couple of visits to get the good stuff. I have a retort to that, but it might go into too much of a tangent, but like, for example, there's a new taco place opened up however long ago near me, and when I went there, I ordered 3 tacos. They had like 8 different meat choices or whatever, and I ordered like 3 tacos of 4 different meats or whatever, and all of those tacos were just had no flavor to them whatsoever. The carne asada, even what is it called? I'm forgetting. Even the al pastor, which is marinated beef, okay, had no flavor to it. I was baffled, okay, but they had so many other selections. So I was like, okay, there has to be something here that is tasty. So I went back and I tried like the 4 other ones that were on the list. And I found one. Their carnitas was actually very tasty. So I still go there and I just grab carnitas. I actually tried something else recently as well. Their birria tacos, which, you know, Lovely Bibliophile hasn't said anything in chat, but I've been meaning to say that I have tried those tacos, and they were okay. And to clarify, they have 12 different types of meat. It's crazy. But anyways, you know, like sometimes I think the first impression, sure, it's very important. But you know, if there's so many options on the menu, then it's not exactly unjustified to say, you know, maybe I just didn't like this. Maybe this just wasn't for me. Let me try something else. And I think, at least in my experience in the food part, you know, as long as you're not going to like Taco Bell or something like that, I think you'll probably be rewarded. But I'm just speaking anecdotally. Dinner with a view, kids. Watch your step when you go to the little girl's room. It's like I have to go through all of this. Yeah, that's the case with any show. The writer doesn't want to make any new characters, so write an old character into a new or continued plot. I think that's a little, I don't want to say watered down. That's not at all what I want to convey here. Maybe like when you condense things down far enough, or you unconstruct something down far enough, you'll eventually get to that point, sure. But I think this show approaches it smarter than that. You know, like, for example, if they say, like, not every character comes back. So it's not like that. It's like certain characters, you know, that have relevance or what have you. You don't hear any particular selling points, so you'll skip for now until you run into someone else who vouches as well. Well, I'm doing a very poor job of trying to sell this show, primarily because, you know, to say, I feel like if I said more, I would spoil some aspects of the show, and there are some surprising things in the show that I'm sure would generate interest for people, but it's just one of those things where, you know, sadly, it's just one of those, you know, like, if it doesn't sound interesting to you, then either the show is just not what you're interested in, which is, you know, very fair, or I'm doing a poor job of describing it, which is also very fair. But hopefully somebody else vouches for you, and provided it is your a show that you would be interested in, you know, like, someone's not gonna go to me and say, like, oh yeah, you should watch this reality TV show about these two people that live on the beach. And I'm just like, I will never watch that in a million years, no matter how good you think it is, you know, or like Jersey Shore or something like that, you know, like, you're never gonna get me to watch that kind of stuff. But anyways, check it out. We're closing in on Lilig. We're gonna need someone to pronounce that. From there, Saintheim Papal State, or Papal State. The Granite Cliffs are incredible. You must see them to believe them. The world is really in a pitiful state. Look at this awesome, amazing thing. The world is such garbage right now. Sure is a hassle that the world is split in half by these granite cliffs. Now I remember, it was the battle of good and evil that made these granite cliffs, right? Miss Elena, will you tell me about the battle of good and evil? Now that you mention it, I haven't heard the full story of the battle of good and evil. I don't really know much myself, but they say long ago the people lived happily, bathed in the light of Lord Granus. Then Valmar came and tried to take the light from people. And so began the battle of good and evil. At the battle's end, Lord Granus' sword, which he raised to cut down Valmar, went right through Valmar into the earth, creating a huge fissure across the land. And that is how the Granite Cliffs came to be. Now that you mention it, Valmar, the devil of darkness. Can you feel Miss Elena? Cannot believe it, that Valmar is inside me. People must not be caught by darkness. They will be able to live only in darkness. They will no longer feel for other people. Darkness warps a person's soul. If someone is truly caught by darkness, that person will have no future. And I guess I have no future either. This is getting shadier by the moment. For some reason, I don't see sunshine and puppy dogs in the near future. Mr. Ryudo, you are neither wicked nor dark one. Darkness is something completely different. Do not really understand it myself, but darkness makes people sad and lonely. I hate it. Alright. Sleep, though. They call you a cosine because you always lead to tangents. Stop it, stay away from me. My body is melting. Stay away from me. What's wrong, Elena? You were screaming in your sleep. A huge tongue-like thing has coiled around me, and it was devouring me. That's strange. It's too quiet. Hey, Roan, wake up.
Shh! Something's here.
What?
I finally found you. I'll teach you a lesson.
Hello, sir. You've got a lot of HP. We're gonna combo.
You cannot get away with that!
Come on. Yo, that damage.
Let's work at it.
You are standing by.
Please, Earth, answer me.
Ooh. Don't like that you have WoW. I need someone else to have WoW.
This should help.
Burn!
Didn't they say that spells could also counter? That was not the case there.
Burn!
You're down to clown for the second impression, maybe even the third. But if you don't get hooked on something by then, it's over. See, that's fair. You know, like, in my particular case... Jesus. In my particular case, you know, I could have stopped where I was at and been like, you know what? This is not working out. You know, I've been here twice, and I have found one tasty thing on the menu.
Holy Earth.
Well,
There
it's
you go,
understandable.
all better.
Suckerful. Suckerful. Somebody's gotta heal the sucker.
Good luck, everyone! There you go, all better.
This canceling of the taxes not working out for me. Let's try this.
Electrocute!
Better go down by 2. All right.
Let them feel your rumblings, O holy earth.
You might actually just die.
Let them feel your rumblings, O holy earth.
I believe
Let's work at it.
8 was the maximum in the first game. I could be so incredibly wrong about this, though. I don't feel like defense down is really doing anything.
Good luck, everyone!
It doesn't feel like my magic has,
You cannot get away with that!
that the physical damage has gone up any significant amount. Oh, this is all enemies. Maybe that's why it's so weak.
Let them feel your rumblings, O holy earth.
Oh, that was actually more. But it doesn't feel like casting 5 of these is worth it.
Let them feel your rumblings, O holy earth.
You know, I feel like my damage has gone up by like 40, maybe? Should have healed.
Come, O life-bearing water.
walk all the way over there. Alright, that guy hit very hard.
Gotta work even harder.
I think I need to reevaluate my strategy here of reducing defense. I'm not necessarily seeing it working out for me.
Are you not him?
What? What is the meaning of this? Why'd you attack me?
Your smell called me. The same smell as that of the villain who destroyed my village. The smell of that scum drives me crazy. I must find him. This Melphis.
What? He said Memphis. Ryudo. I smell like Memphis? Is that true?
You know Melphis.
I might.
I see. Your smell does not have the dank smell of death. I had forgotten myself.
Hey! You! My Is Memphis alive?
Melphis is a demon man, bringer of ruination. My name is Merrick. I'm sorry for attacking you.
Ryudo,
Demon man? Bringer of ruination? He's just a common murderer. He can't still be alive. I never thought I'd have to relive that nightmare again in such a place.
what is all this? Who is this Memphis?
He's my brother.
And that's all we're gonna tell you. Alright, need to save and mark.